life goes from different areas, and now we're in that era of like Marvin Harrison Jr. and all these guys that we watch. I know he is, but we watch their fathers when we were growing up playing sports, watching their fathers. Now
it's weird. It's like watching a bigger version of his father. He looks just like him. He's bigger. He's like 6'4". Yeah. What was Marvin Harrison, like 6'1" at the most?
But Marvin Harrison was like what, 210, 215?
His son's slightly built. He was in good shape.
I know, but
like, but
his son's like 225, 230.
That boy's a monster.
That's what I'm saying.
He is a prototypical NFL.
That's what I'm saying. He's like he's a Megatron guy type.
Well, no, Megatron was like 6'7".
I'm saying, but okay, not height, built,
but built.
Shoulders, the chest.
He ain't gonna get pushed around.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. He'll be able
to get those 50-50 balls.
Yes,
he'll be good. Like I would love to see him in silver and black. It ain't gonna happen.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. Ain't no. Dude, the first three picks are going to be quarterbacks.
I'm gonna say it right now. I think
and Arizona ain't trading out of that.
The DeJuan Jackson from Florida. Is he from Florida?
I don't know who that is.
I'm saying it right now. He's gonna have a better rookie year than Caleb Williams. We're gonna go to the tablet to get the information right. I think it's DeJuan Jackson, DeJuan something. Quarterbacks in NFL draft this year. Quarterbacks in the NFL.
Jalen Daniels, Drake May.
American football quarterbacks frequently mentioned on the web.
Okay, Michael Penix Jr.
Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, and others.
His name is DeJuan Jackson. Hold on.
I've been watching
quarterbacks in the NFL draft.
I've never heard that name. I guarantee you got that name way fucked up.
I'm sure I do, Joe.
Bad with names.
So, give me 1 second. Scouting combine classes. Oh, they don't even got him in the top? Really?
Again, I don't even know what you're talking about. Jordan Travis from Florida State?
No.
I've never even heard that name you said.
Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry. Jaden Daniels. I'm bad with names. I apologize, Jaden. And
I literally just said his name.
I'm so sorry. But I think
Do you know why? Because Jaden Daniels was recruited to Arizona State by Antonio Pierce.
Okay.
Antonio Pierce. Okay. He was at our last game of the Broncos. So yes, I knew who Jaden Daniels is.
Okay, my bad. Jaden Daniels.
You need to work on that.
I do. I'm bad with it. It's going to happen a lot. Get used to it. But I think Jaden Daniels is going to have a better rookie year than Caleb Williams.
I would agree. I think it really depends on where he goes.
And I would like the Rams.
Just like everybody. Just like Caleb. I mean, again, the Bears are putting together a team for whoever's behind.
Tagovailoa's brother's coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maryland, right? Yeah.
Maryland. Maryland. You from Maryland? Yeah, Maryland right there. And then I like Sam Hartman. I would love the Rams.
I know you like Sam Hartman because it's Notre Dame. To be honest with you, I mean,
here's
Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. They're going on the first 2 picks.
Come on, Rams. He's right here. Is Michael Penix Jr. Rams? We need to grab him to back up Matthew Stafford. I love you, Matthew. You brought the LA Rams a championship. You beat the fucking 49ers for us, the fucking bastards. But we need Michael Penix. Come on, McVay. Come on, Snead. Michael Penix Jr. Don't listen to the Raider fan. He over here talking about he want Bo Nix. Give him Bo Nix. Talk about he would take
your big ass. I done it before. I'll do it again.
They want Bo Nix over in Las Vegas. We want Michael Penix in L.A. Bring Michael Penix to L.A.
I just want a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, I hear you.
No, I mean. If I had my way as a Raider fan, we'd move up and get Jaden Daniels. That's who I want us to get because I think Antonio will get the best out of him.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially if he recruited him.
Yeah, no, he recruited him to Arizona State. He transferred to LSU when Antonio left Arizona State and came to the Raiders. So, same thing with Jack Jones. Now he's a Raider.
Who's Jack Jones?
He's our corner that we got halfway through the year last year that had those 2 pick sixes One against the Chargers and then one against
the one where he stared down Mahomes.
Yep, against Mahomes.
Mahomes like, yeah, I'm fucking your girl. What you gonna do about it?
He has that swag. He's got that. He's from Long Beach Poly.
Oh, that's right. That is that kid.
Antonio Pierce was the head coach
in high school. That's right.
And
I went to Long Beach Poly. Jack Rabbit's in the house.
Jack Jones was at Poly with him. Went to Arizona State.
That's right.
Now he's in the Raiders.
That's right. Jack Jones did play at Poly. That's right.
He all the time in the world. He had some off the field shit. That's why New England let him go. And Antonio pounded the table and said, well, I got him.
I'm gonna say this right now, and it's coming from a man whose mother, God rest her soul, was white. My best friend's white. My kids' mothers are white. You cannot recruit these people from the fucking projects in inner city and then expect these motherfuckers to come up like they grew up in the Palisades. It's not like that. You go to the projects to recruit these kids. You go to their homes. Then you get mad because this kid is exactly the talent you wanted from exactly where you wanted it, but it's off the field stuff. That's the type of shit that pisses me off.
And I'm not saying off the field stuff when it affects your availability on the field.
I understand that.
Then it's an issue.
But I understand that. But I'm saying,
as far as
like Randy Moss. I mean, come on now. Come on now. A fucking first ballot Hall of Famer, and you're mad because this dude smoked fucking weed when these fucking owners are snorting cokes and fucking prostitutes? But I'm saying that's why he fell.
You know what I'm saying? When he did the hit and run on the cop, that was a little bit too far.
But I'm saying.
It was like meter maid or
I know,
or some shit like
what
that.
I'm saying, though, when they brought it up his marijuana convictions and marijuana stuff.
But I mean,
I know
where we've come
now.
But
what I'm saying,
you know what I mean?
What I'm saying is
legal.
Like I'm saying. But then you look at the owner of the fucking Colts, Jim Irsay. This motherfucker got a pill problem and a drug problem, and you're gonna talk bad about someone who smoked weed, but meanwhile behind closed doors, you're doing 10 times worse. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that. I'm not condoning what they're doing off the field. That's wrong.
People talk about, and again, Deshaun Watson being the nasty fuck and asking for all that
nasty motherfucker.
Asking for all that, but people forget the owner of the Patriots, Robert Kraft, had the same shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Maybe it wasn't as widespread because Robert Kraft probably doesn't have to ask for a happy ending most of the time. He's a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
If Stormy Daniels is, sucking off Donald Trump, you know what I mean? I guarantee you, Robert Kraft ain't having no problems with his extramarital activities. That being said, he was caught doing the same.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And nobody's making a huge deal out of that. Deshaun Watson lost 2 years of football because, you know what I'm saying, he's nasty.
That was exactly what I was going to get to. So thank you. You kind of helped make my point that these owners
are just as nasty a lot of the time.
It's always the people with the dirtiest hands pointing the finger. So when I look
that's why I can't wait for the whole Gruden thing to get resolved because he's not settling. He's refusing to settle. Oh no. The world's gonna know. What else? You picked me out of the pile. We're gonna see what's all in them emails, all in the messages from all of these folks.
I don't like John Gruden,
but he got done.
No. Let me finish.
I agree with you. He got done fucking dirty.
I don't look it now. Okay, look. I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna say John Gruden's racist because I believe everybody behind closed doors has said some foul racist shit. That's just life. I've said it. He said it. We've all said it. It's life. But to pinpoint one person and say, you know what? We're going to use you as an scapegoat. Now, I don't know what John Gruden said. I know they released enough to make him look bad. To make him be inflammatory, make him look racist.
He made him look racist. He made him look homophobic.
Misogynistic.
All at the same time. And understand, most of the team was black. We had the only outwardly gay starting defensive player in the league.
And the Rams drafted
coming off the bench.
The Rams drafted Michael Sams.
Well, yeah, but his talent.
But I'm saying the first openly gay. I'm just saying the first openly gay guy. But that's all I'm saying.
Well,
But what I'm saying is though, here's my problem. John Gruden wasn't writing a memoir. He was conversating with people. So what the fuck were they saying? What were their responses?
No, that's exactly my point. There are other sides to
That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of, and here's another one they did. They did it on purpose. Because they were trying to get rid of old boy in Washington. So of course they released his shit. They were trying to get rid of him. The owner, Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder
is like any other multi-billion-dollar corporation.
But I'm saying
they're crooked. Maybe not all the way through, but
like Dan Snyder owned them, right?
Yeah.
The only people they put out was Dan Snyder shit and his stuff because they were trying to get Dan Snyder out anyway, and they were trying to.
Yeah.
Once again, like I
But
said,
everybody didn't like Dan.
No, I know. But it was just more fuel on the fire. Like, hey, look, this is what Dan and Gruden are talking about.
Right.
But once again, like you said, they weren't all to Dan Snyder.
No. It was, again, there was a lot.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just,
Over
it was
4,000 emails and text messages.
It was all the emails from that organization. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who was contacting everybody doing it. So there was all kind of shit. There had to be.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
You would think that
this is why, because Gruden knows, and he's like, he knows. That's why he's like,
no more Dr. Pepper trying to do a
we're
show.
not settling for anything.
Let me get the water.
I want to go to court because if they go to trial, they can subpoena all of that, and it becomes public fucking record.
You know what it's called, Joe. You know that one thing the lawyer asks for before you even go.
What, money?
No. What? I can't think of the word right now when they ask for all the evidence.
Oh, you're talking about discovery.
Thank you.
Discovery.
Discovery. You get discovery before because you got to get discovery.
Yeah,
I need to know everything. Trial, yeah. Thank you. That's what
you have the right to see all the evidence against you.
You have the right to see what you're being accused of and who your accuser is. Mm-hmm. That's what the NFL is afraid of.
Yeah.
They don't want discovery to happen because now you have to hand over every fucking thing in your pot.
Everything.
And now we get to say, oh, guess what? Roger Goodell was in a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? The owner of the Eagles was in a conversation.
They're going to do everything. They've been trying to do everything they can to stop
that. Succotash.
At the end of the day, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Man, John Gruden got him by the shirt and Courtney's right now. Give me he can, and they're trying to throw every penny at him, and he's like, nah,
no, can't do it,
won't do it.
Don't really have to do it.
I want discovery.
I
don't
envy the NFL with what they're going to have to bend over and grab their ankles. It just is what
it is. They're
going to get exposed and they're going to have to pay him.
But they deserve it.
Oh, yeah. But, again, they blackballed that man for whatever real reason it was. It not only fucked him up, it fucked up the organization.
Let's just be honest. John Gruden is a damn good coach. He rubbed people wrong.
Oh, yeah. He was an asshole.
So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Dude, again, if you just, again, he was a great coach. The team, when he got fired, was getting better.
I still think Spalaccia should have got a fucking job opportunity. Bisaccia. No disrespect, Mr. Bisaccia. I still think he should have got his fucking opportunity. With all the turmoil they went through, all the bullshit, and got him to the playoffs.
And you see why. That's why, like, Mad Max, at the end of the year, when they're all, who's going to be the coach? And he said, I think it was on his podcast or an interview with somebody else, they were like, well, if they don't keep Antonio, if they don't keep AP, are you going to consider, demanding a trade? And he said, if we don't keep AP, I really can't take anything off the table at this point because I don't want to start over again. Like we built something that second half of the season. That defense was the number one defense from when Antonio Pierce took over to the end of the year.
I don't even want to talk about defense right now.
You know what I mean? And that's what the pieces that we had at that point. Now we add Christian Wilkins in the middle to bolster that fucking defensive line. We re-signed Adam Butler. We re-signed John Jenkins. We got the rookie from last year, Tyree Wilson, who plays inside and out, and he was getting better at the end of the year. Malcolm Kuntz came on and gave us 8 fucking sacks. Now if we add a piece to the secondary to go alongside Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs, we got good linebackers. We got good safeties. Just a lot of depth.
If I call you my nigga,
and some offensive linemen and a fucking quarterback.
If I call you
my nigga, and a partridge in a fucking pear tree.
If I call you my nigga, it's because I got love for you. But right now, Aaron Donald just retired, and I'm trying everything to not cry on camera.
That's a loss.
I call CBS Sports Talk Radio. I'm talking to Maggie and Perloff. Perloff is talking about that Chris Jones is the only D tackle that can get to a quarterback when the time is needed. So I have to bring up Aaron Donald. In that conversation, this was 2 weeks ago. He says, well, you know he's going to retire soon. So, Perloff, what do you know that I didn't know? Because now I did that song for you, Perloff, and I'm a little bit skeptical that you know something, brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know.
I know you know, and now we know that you know that we know that you know Perloff. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then everybody gonna know.
Yeah. So that just like when I got that text from Chris, and I'm getting texts from Ray, and I'm getting texts from Sarah and everybody, and I'm like, it was like the Kobe Bryant death. Like, don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. And then,
yeah, I remember that day.
But no, well, yeah, but I'm saying like, so Aaron Donald, I'm like, whatever. No, I Googled, sure enough, it's everywhere. Breaking news, Adam Scheffler, Bleacher Report. It's like, bro, I just watched a podcast and talk about Aaron Donald just restructured his contract to put $9 million back in the pot. And he could have.
It's a blow. It's a blow.
I know.
It's a blow.
But here's the thing, though. As much as it hurts, and man, it hurts, bro. It hurts. Because that just, like, that's like, even the year after we won the Super Bowl, and the Rams were just.
Aaron Donald.
You said it.
Aaron Donald has been by far your best player on team
you said
for a decade.
You said it. You said it the year the Rams won the Super Bowl. You told me when the Rams jumped out hot and then they went on that losing streak. Mm-hmm. Exact words. Tell me if I'm lying. Bob, if the Rams don't win this year, it's all for nothing. Next year, you're not going to be able to keep everybody.
Yep.
You're going to lose everything.
Well, because they had that whole philosophy. You know what I'm saying?
All in, pushed fuck those picks, went all in with the chips, and won it.
And they won one, and it's worth it now.
So now here's the thing: Aaron wanted to retire that year. Aaron wanted to ride out on the horse. But McVay and Stafford, not saying in a bad way,
no,
let's run it back. Let's run it back. They had a horrible year. Then they come back this year.
The Rams.
Then they come back last year. They weren't supposed to do shit last year.
No.
And they won 10 games and went to the playoffs. So I'm thinking.
McVay's a hell of a coach.
Here's what I'm thinking, though. I'm thinking, okay, I know Aaron Donald wants to retire, but maybe 1 more year, 2 more years, because you see what we did in the draft without first-round picks. You've seen what we got. The Rams organization.
No, they're not well.
And I know you see the Rams everywhere. I can show you Rams everywhere.
Les Snead's a hell of
I'm a homer, but not a Simpson. One thing I will say about the Rams organization, they know scouting. They know scouting.
You have to, though. I mean,
I know
a lot of teams take swings and misses, and you know everybody you draft every year ain't going to be the hit.
No,
but there are players in the depths of every draft, in second, third day. I'm saying, like people forget, Max Crosby was a 4th round pick.
Kobe Bryant.
You know what I mean?
Kobe Byron, our D tackle who should have won Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Brock Purdy was the last pick in the fucking draft.
Right. And plays pretty damn good.
And people say whatever they want to say about him. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah.
And as a Rams
be a system quarterback, but he's in the right system.
Hey, as a Rams fan, fuck him. But as a football fan, that kid is fucking talented. So shut the fuck up.
He can shut the rock.
How many fucking first-round draft picks haven't got out the first round of the playoffs? This dude is Mr. Irrelevant, playing more relevant than anybody in the fucking NFL. Fuck out of here. And I hate him because he's a Niner. I mean, it's nothing personal, but it's personal. You know what I'm saying?
I hate Patrick Mahomes with every ounce of my being, but I mean, like, you can't deny the talent. You can't deny what he's done to us over the last.
Once again, I think you got to look at it like this.
But everyone's like, oh, they got the formula. Every time we beat the Chiefs one year, motherfuckers want to get cocky about it, and like we got the point. Like, let's not forget they're the back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So we have to find their number. If we have it, great. But don't get cocky about this shit because we don't have a Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Aiden O'Connell is a good young quarterback. Is he the man?
Stop lying to yourself, Joe.
No, he's a good young quarterback. He got way better at the end of the year. Do I think he's the man? I really don't. Gardner Minshew is probably one of the better backups in the league. But is he the man? No. We don't have the man. So I can't be like we're better than the Chiefs at this point. Now, again, Aiden could take a step. You know what I mean? He has the weapons.
Can I put out a public statement
But-
real quick?
Will he?
A public service announcement real quick?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I was going to plead to Stetson Bennett.
Uh.
Please, Stetson Bennett, get shit straight, baby. You a great quarterback. We need you to come back to the Rams. It's a Georgia Bulldog taking over for a Georgia Bulldog, Mr. Bennett. Take care of your demons, baby. We all got them. We need you back in that blue and gold, the mounted horns of the Rams, baby. Take care of it. Come back to us. I'm telling you, Stetson Bennett is raw, bro. Now, I don't know what he's going through right now, but I know in college he had a little drinking issue.
Yeah,
But bro, in the
he's
preseason,
still on your roster.
I know, but he's like inactive indefinitely. Like there's no like he's like
You'll see what happens in the the upcoming draft.
Sam Hartman or Michael Penix.
It might be a Sam Hartman because I don't see them taking quarterback in the first round. I really don't.
The Rams went out and signed.
Should they? Probably.
The Rams went out and signed the only porno football quarterback in the league. We got Jimmy Garoppolo now. Hey, at least he's closer to Simi Valley. Oh,
no, I'm just glad he's not a Raider anymore. I knew that was a bad move. Like as soon as we did it, I'm like, oh my God,
I really wanted the Rams to keep Carson Wentz. That's a big man right there. That's a big man who can run the ball.
He's a serviceable backup for sure.
Well, what I like about him is that
former first overall. I think he was like third overall.
He was second. He was number 2 behind Golf.
It was
he wasn't first overall. But here's what I'm saying. When you see how he played with the Rams last year, and he played with backups for the Rams besides Puka, he still was able to move the offense.
Right.
I would have loved to see the Rams grab him, like re-sign him for another year, and put some packages in for him. Dude,
but they didn't.
No, I know.
But they didn't.
I'm not going to question McVay because I don't want to question him.
Lots of things I think, considering the Raiders don't have the ammunition, or even if we have the ammunition, nobody in that top 3 is going to trade out. They all need quarterbacks, and there's no more quarterbacks.
You don't know that.
I'm just saying, the Bears just traded Justin Fields to Pittsburgh for a conditional 6th-round pick next year.
How'd that happen?
Nobody else wanted him. The Raiders were in talks. We couldn't give them a conditional fit for next year. What the fuck?
And what the fuck is up with the fucking?
But that being said, our offensive coordinator is his offensive coordinator from last year in Chicago. So maybe it was just like he didn't want to play for him. You know what I mean? Who knows? But we didn't get him. So that means Chicago is definitely taking a quarterback at number 1. They also have the number 9 pick.
I think they go either D end or O lineman.
Probably O lineman. If I'm them, I'm going Caleb.
I'm protecting my
I'm going Caleb, and I'm getting me a tackle.
I'm going my blind.
Because one of the 2 top tackles will still be on the board.
You see what the Rams just did? We just signed an O lineman. One of
that's what we need to do.
I know, but we just signed one of Detroit's Pro Bowl linemen from last year.
I know who you're talking about.
Jonah.
Jonah. Oh yeah,
Jonah.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
But that's good because our offensive rookie we got the last year fucking balled out. And then we re-signed our tackle.
It's a pretty deep track for offensive line.
Here's the thing, though. But once again, let's just be totally honest, bro. And I don't want to sound like, damn, this is going to sound real bad. And I don't want to sound ungrateful because I appreciate everything Matthew Stafford did for the Rams. Or is done and can do for the Rams. I just don't see Matthew Stafford. We have to have a good offensive line because Matthew Stafford is a fucking warrior. That's the only man I know you will have to literally pull his fucking broken body off the. He's a Jim McMahon.
He's a tough dude.
He's a throwback to Jim McMahon and Jeff Osteller, who played with a broken neck.
But even with that, you know what I mean?
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying we have to really sit back and say, okay, listen, how many more years of productive, great years can Matthew Stafford give us? Right? So now we need to look at either drafting a quarterback, or I thought Justin Fields would have been a great guy to sit behind Matthew for a year or two to learn that system with McVay and with those weapons and the run game the Rams have. You know what I'm saying? Like Matthew Stafford in Detroit, my cousin Mike, big Lions fan. We're going to have him on this one day because he loves the Lions. Matthew Stafford never had the complete offense in Detroit like he had in LA. He had Megatron. I think Matthew played 12 years in Detroit, 12 years, 13 years?
At least 10.
Okay, right. 300-yard running games. 3 games in his career in Detroit where the running back had 100 yards. The first year in LA.
The only thing they ever supplied Matthew Stafford with was Megatron.
I know, but what I'm saying exactly.
That's it. Like so, it was he throw for 4,000 yards and Megatron would have like 1,800 of it. That was it.
So now look, now he comes to the Rams. He got a Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley runs for 100 yards the first 8 games. He got a Cooper Kupp. He got a Robert Woods. He got Jared Everett. He got tight ends. He got Higbee. He got an offensive line. He never had that in Detroit.
You know, they had Odell Beckham Jr. They won the Super Bowl.
Dude, Odell doesn't get injured. That's the Super Bowl MVP.
He was balling.
Because they were so geeked up for Cooper Kupp, they had no answers for Odell.
And then after that, they had no answers for Cooper.
Because then Cooper knew. Once again, Aaron Donald said, big time players make big plays in big time. You know what I'm saying? So, and Cooper, they had no answer for him after that. And they were double and tripling him. And he was still making those catches in the window. That was a great run.
Yeah, it was a great run. But, you know, I mean.
But it's over now. It was a great run. Right. It's over. It's over now, though. But I don't care because, like I said, man, as a Rams fan, 1989-90 NFC Championship. Watching the Niners just decimate Jim Everett and my Rams. We only scored on a Mike Lansford field goal. And I just remember Kevin Green's face, and then Kevin Green left after that. And just to be able to watch the Los Angeles Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship in Los Angeles. I waited 30 years for that.
Right.
Like, it would, like, when the Rams won in St. Louis, I was happy because the Rams won the Super Bowl. But I never felt like that's St. Louis's championship.
You know, right now, I feel like you're being real fucking insensitive.
Goddamn right.
I just gotta say, like.
Now it feels. When you're talking about signing D tackles and filling up your D.
I'm a Raiders fan. We invented that feeling.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about? Crazy motherfucker. I watched my team get mollywopped in the Super Bowl in 2002.
Yeah.
Before that, I was a little kid watching the Raiders and the Redskins. Marcus Allen, that 76-yard run. Raider fan ever since.
Was that the first game you ever watched the Raiders? Or
the first game I ever watched?
The first year?
The first Super Bowl I ever really watched.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Just because the next door neighbor's dad watched. Because my grandparents really didn't watch the Super Bowl and nothing like that. So when we moved over on Rose, you know, next door neighbor Ryan, his dad John, you know, he watched sports, he watched boxing. That's why I watched Mike Tyson fights and shit. I remember the first Mike Tyson fight I watched at their house was Tyson and Bone Crusher Smith. And Tyson crushed his ass.
They crushed every bone in his body.
Yeah, no, we watched that over there, and it was, yeah, that was amazing. That was awesome. And shit, I remember watching the Redskins beat the Broncos 42-10, and John just constantly going on about, you don't understand, you're watching history. The first black man
the Redskins
quarterback in the Super Bowl and win the
It's
Super Bowl.
funny you say that because my Uncle Walt, you remember Uncle Walt?
He was just going on and on about it.
Uncle Walt. Like, I was gonna say that too. Like growing up as kids,
and then we ran over to Jason Howard's house and made him cry
because they're Broncos fans. But now he's a Raiders fan. Now he's a Raider fan. As a grown man, was a Broncos fan our whole life growing up.
Hey! Better late than never, bro. You know what I'm saying. We could even use your ass. Oh, I'm gonna choose my words carefully because this motherfucker will like start blowing your phone up. You 6 cans short of a 12-pack, but I love you.
But no,
we'll take all. We need all the support we get.
It's funny because I remember watching the
I don't know if I moved to Colorado and then turn into a Raider fan.
Exactly right. I remember watching the Super Bowls when it was the Niners and the Broncos and all that, but it wasn't until the Redskins and the Broncos because I remember Uncle Walt. My dad was there, my Uncle Walt was there, God rest their souls, and my Uncle Walt was like, you know we're watching history, right? Me and my brother were like, what? How's the history? First black quarterback to start in the Super Bowl. First black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. First black quarterback to win Super Bowl MVP. Like, you don't think about it because as kids, you're not thinking like that. You're just watching.
Broncos that game.
Destroyed them.
They were running the ball up their ass too, but
the Broncos had no answer for that offense.
They had no answer.
No answer. And
that was Joe Gibbs, right? That was Joe Gibbs. Yeah. Joe Gibbs back then, even when he had his second run, Washington still had ballers over there. They still had a good offense.
He drafted Sean Taylor.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That dude, what he did to that punter in the Pro Bowl.
He was one of the last big hitters at safety while you could still do it.
He was a throwback to the Ronnie Lotts,
to the
Rodney Harrisons, the Rodney Harrisons, the Steve Atwaters, the Chuck Cecils.
Steve Atwater.
Remember? Here's another one people don't. Google Chuck Cecil. I'm telling you. Google Chuck Cecil. They don't talk about the man. The man, if you Google Chuck Cecil, the man retired because he said, they pay me to hit people, and now they're fining me to hit people. I can't play this game. Chuck Cecil. The man's highlights, you're going to walk away sore.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Ronnie Lott was
because Chuck Cecil
heat-seeking.
Oh, of course he was. But Chuck Cecil, what people don't realize is because Chuck Cecil played for the Cardinals. It was him and Aeneas Williams were their safeties. And they were safeties like Dennis Smith and Steve Atwater and Ronnie Lott and his co-part. Like they were like that, but they didn't get the airtime because they played for the Cardinals. Exactly. But Chuck Cecil, Google him. I'm telling you.